Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Face The Colossus, the third record by the band Dagoba. Today we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I've already reviewed their debut record recently, so go check that video out. My story with this band is quite simple. I've stumbled upon a live version of their song The Things Within on YouTube back in 2008. I've enjoyed it so much that I've decided to check out the entire discography, and I've been their fan ever since. On Face The Colossus we have the exact same lineup as on the previous records, so Werther on the bass, Frankie on the drums, Isakar on the guitar and Shouter on the vocals, samples, keyboards, stuff like that. The production is alright, no loudness or no clipping, but I just feel like it's a little bit tiring because of the constant orchestra in the background. It's like a wall of sound, to be quite honest, but yeah, it's alright. You just have to take some breaks. Message is diverse, the songs are mostly about personal struggles, relationship issues, society, religion, stuff like that. Structure of the tracks is basic, standard intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, long bridge, and then chorus again in the outro. Music could be described as a mix of groove metal and symphonic metal. As you might know, the previous records had a strong industrial death metal and nu metal aesthetic to them, but here there are almost non-industrial elements, like at all. So it's a slight change of direction when it comes to the music. The record opens up with an interlude called Abyssal. This one has no vocals, and it's fine, it fits the mood of the album, which prepares you for what's to come. 7 out of 10. Face The Colossus, the title song. The first thing you're going to notice here is the drumming. It's there for the entire record. I love the blast beats, the double bass work, the tempo changes, the groove, the precision. The drummer is the most talented person here. Then we have the bass work. It's not that audible and it follows the guitars. That's it. The guitar work, well, it's mostly quite fascinating. I love the groovy parts, the more lead melodic guitar work is also fantastic, but some of the guitar riffs sound slightly generic. Then we have the orchestral and keyboard and sample and programming elements. There's lots of that stuff here. Like, it's always playing in the background. Like, there aren't moments on this record when there is no keyboard elements or orchestral elements. They are always present. I mostly enjoy them, but I wish we had space to breathe. Like, there would be like a minute in a song with just the guitars, just the drumming, you know, just standard instruments, so we can get some rest from the orchestra, but that never actually happens. Finally, we have the vocals, and I love this vocalist's voice. I love his singing, screaming, yelling, shouting, growling. Especially his singing has such a distinct sound to it. It's the most memorable part about this record. So, going back to the title song, it's just a good track. It's not memorable at all, but the vocals sound very nice, same with the music. Like, you know, I am not going to remember this song after an hour, but as I was listening to it, there were no problems to be found. 7 out of 10, back from life. Now this one is slightly better because I love the chorus. The chorus has punch, it is very melodic, the vocals are just beautiful. It's a fun track. 8 out of 10. Somebody Died Tonight. Now this one is similar to the second track. It's also a little bit too long, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's just very similar to the previous songs. Like, it's hard to distinguish between them, like they're almost the same. 7 out of 10. The Word in Between. Now this is the second best song on this record, it's the highlight. I love the keyboard on this song. It creates such an unique atmosphere that the rest of the songs mostly do not possess. The vocals, the guitars, the bass and the drumming is on point. Especially this is one of the tracks where you can actually hear the bass sound, and it's great. I wish every track would have bass that high in the mix, but what can we do? This is a classic track. I made a Doom MIDI cover of it, so go check it out. I made it because I just love this song and I wanted to hear it in Doom. That's it. 10 out of 10. Transylvania is an instrumental piece. and it's the only song here that slightly reminds me of the first record because of the effects in the background. They have the same sound. That's it, 8 out of 10. Orphan of You. Now this is one of my least favorite tracks here because it's very long. It's like almost 7 minutes and it still retains the basic structure, and it's just a little bit boring. Like, it's not a bad song by any means, but it sounds exactly the same like the previous stuff, just not as unique. 6 out of 10. The Nightfall and All Its Mistakes. Now this track is very similar to the previous ones, it's just slightly better than Orphan of You. 7 out of 10. Silence is my favorite song on this record. I just love the vocals, the instrumental work, the atmosphere of this one. The chorus and the bridge is the best part for sure. I wish every song on this record was just as fun as this one is. 10 out of 10. The Crush. Now this one is very similar to Orphan of You. It's almost 7 minutes long and almost nothing is happening. It's always the same thing. 6 out of 10. And the final track, Sudden Death. Now this one is just 4 minutes long and it has some cool riffs, but yet again, this song has no identity. Like, if I wasn't checking which song was playing, I would just think that only one song was playing the entire time, because just every song is very similar to each other. 6 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is digestible. Replayability, yeah, it's a good album. I do enjoy it from beginning to the end, but I feel like the songs are too similar to each other. Also, the record is over 50 minutes. I wish it was shorter, like by 20 minutes, because it drags on for too long. And yeah, the songs are just too similar. That's my biggest critique of this music. Like, you're going to listen to it and you're going to get slightly bored in the middle, and that's not a good thing. But the music on its own is fine, the vocals are great. I don't have any problem with that stuff. I just wish that there were more experimentation here and the songs would differ more from each other, because my favorite tracks here are the ones that sound different from the record, like The Word in Between, Silence. These ones stand out from the rest because they have something different about them. But I do enjoy this record, but it's not as good as the previous two records, but I think it's better than the next ones. So that's all. Celebrate Rossi by spending this record today, it deserves your love and attention. That's all from me, thank you for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, follow my Instagram in the description, and I'll see you on my other videos. Also consider becoming a member of my channel so I can make a number review, or maybe a Doom MIDI cover. That's all, bye!